Howdy, folks. Welcome into the shed. Now, I can tell by the little green bars at the bottom that I'm actually getting decent sound this time. So, problem fixed. Hope everybody is well today. Just let me know if you can hear me, see me clearly, and that there's no breaking up or anything nasty like that. Let's just welcome in everybody. There's Brian. Hello, Brian. IGJ Trains. Yeah, Rob. Rob is yes. Oh, right. So is that Grace or is it Rob? Connie, hello. Dragon Love 68. That's Connie. For those that don't know, Connie does a modelling and craft live stream at 5 o'clock on a Sunday. So do please pile in and watch some of the action there. Let's see. There's Wolfsec Scenics. That's Paul. Hello, Paul. James. Good morning. Good very morning to you from. I hope it's sunny Canada. Yeah, gotta be. I know it's been chilly there, and you're still getting snow flurries and all kinds of funny things. But just sort the glasses out. Forgive the plaster on the cheek there. I had a monstrous carbuncle come up on my face. I don't know. Perhaps a lack of green vegetables. I seem to have gathered the attention of a wasp. So shall I swat it or shall I just leave it? No, I'll just leave it. It's not hurting me. I won't hurt it. So there you go. Share and share alike. Life is precious, as they say. Aaronville. Nice to see you. And a very good afternoon to you. Sodor Dandaman, hello there. Nice to see you as well. I gather everybody can hear me okay. Nobody said, I can't hear you. Sun is out and it's 8 a.m. in Canada. Super. I don't know what it's like in the Carolinas for Connie. I would imagine it's fairly temperate because I believe that the Carolinas share a temperate climate with the UK. Not too hot, not too cold, not too wet, not too windy, and so on and so forth. If Connie wants to put what the weather's like out there, feel free to do so. Right, what have we got running today? Digger Evans, good afternoon to you. And Roy Dennis, good afternoon. Nice to see you, Roy. I've got the remainder today of what I managed to get hold of at Alexandra Palace. First of all, I suppose the biggest thing of note is the new Hornby VEP, which is in southern colours. So if ever we get Danny in here, Danny will know. Mick92, hello Mick. I hope the bar's open. It is afternoon, and yeah, we're in publican hours. So yes, behind me you can see the Corvette. That's the new Hornby Corvette, not the old one with the traction tyres and the multitude of problems. This one seems to be running faultlessly. Hornby have done a very good job on it. The lighting is just at the right level, not too bright, not too dim. Nice bright LEDs at both ends, of which I'll be showing you that. And on the other side was going the other way is a real surprise. So I'll step back in a minute and you can see it coming from this way. And here it is. It's the Hatton's 14XX. Actually working. I've got one that works. And some English China clay stuff that I also picked up at Alexandra Palace. So that is now the full works of what I got at Alexandra Palace. I did have a bit of money with me for specific things. There was a couple of planned buys, of which the 4 VEP was very much on the radar. Osmerica, hello, Artie. Nice to see you. About time you started the stream at a decent time, 2 hours before the pub closes. And Anthony Dodge, King Anthony, how are you? Must be very morning in America, as it's very morning in Canada, as you share the same continent. Forgive me, Anthony, for the plaster. Monstrous blind boil, carbuncle, zit, whatever you like to call it. I did have a whack at it with some hot water, and it disfigured me. So, hey ho. So, yes, the weather at the moment in this country seems to be temperate. Uh, Good afternoon, Colin. Nice to see you, man. uh, the man with the trestle. Yeah, I think you'll Woodthorpe International. Yeah, take a look at Colin's trestle if you haven't seen it. Tune into his channel. Take a look at the trestle. It's a monster. Yeah. Ivo Van Zon. Hello, Ivo. Nice to see you. I hope the continent is bright and breezy today. Whatever we get, of course, coming in from the west is what Ivo will eventually get, being on the other side of the North Sea. So you'll be in for some windy weather because it is rather windy out there. Want your rain back? No, I don't want the rain back. No, we've had enough. I know you've had torrential rain, which must be. Ivo's got 20 degrees centigrade and windy. Well, it should be getting a little more windy, Ivo, because we've just had Storm Catherine, is it? Something like that? Which has been shaking things overnight, and we're well inland. So what they got on the coast must have been, yeah, pretty strong. Anyway, lovely to see everybody. Arronville went to Norwich Model Railway Show yesterday, bought a 009 Bachmann Boardwind Bridget. DCC next 18 pin ready, tested on DC running at the show. Wish to see if I can get a Hornby HM 7000 chip in it. Well, you don't have to put a HM 7000 chip in it. There are plenty of chips out there that are designed for particular models. Lego Man Biff. You've got what else have you got? You've got Southwest Digital. Coastal DCC, they all do sound chips. Don't constrain yourself just by a few quid, because the results that you get out of a Lego Man Biff is absolutely super. Newlyn Railway, that's Clive. Hello, Clive. Nice to see you. I did watch some of your bargains. Yeah, very nice. Some of them relevant to me, some of them not so, but yeah, nice going, Clive. Clive, how is the Flying Scotsman? Clive's got a Scotsman? Ooh, now there's a departure. Hope it doesn't get too windy. Got a first game of golf for this year, Tuesday. Oh, well, that'll ease up the back, Roy. I'm surprised you're a golf player, actually. But why should I be surprised? My father-in-law was pretty good at golf before I think his knees just said, I've had enough. So while you can still do it, yeah, get out there and do it, Roy. The wind will give you a bit of extra challenge. Let's put it that way. Yeah, look at it that way and you'll be fine. Hope it's back together soon. What have I missed, Brian? I covered some of the golf events. Lovely when the rain starts, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, can you imagine rain and windy and you're on a golf course? Particularly when the crackles of lightning start. Run to the hills. South Carolina mandatory golf lessons. How about that? Mandatory golf lessons. I'm lost for words. Race fan, good morning. Just woke up. Well, welcome to the day. Hope you enjoy. March West Andy, hey, is at Stratford upon Avon. That's Shakespeare country, and travelled down on the Shakespeare Express. That's topical. Just sort of check in as the better half does some shopping. Yes, surreptitious. Yeah, he's got his phone inside his jacket. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. The bar's the best place when it's raining on the golf course. Yeah, you've got to get there though, because it's usually a nice long walk to the pavilion. Uh, yeah, Artie had some really bad stuff. Um, so I hope today you can hear the trains behind me. The bar at the bottom is flicking nice and strong. The the strange thing about it is that I'm using I can't actually show you about a mirror, but right up here where I'm pointing, it's an all-in-one USB plug-in camera. That's it, with an internal mic. But last week the camera was working, but the mic wasn't, and the computer wasn't even seeing the mic, not in the software at all. And I tried everything afterwards. I tried this, tried a bit of that. I tried outing it and reinstalling it. I looked at the drivers and it said, "Oh, you've got the latest drivers." Well, maybe I have, but still, bloody thing doesn't work. Anyway, I must have tried something and it started working. It started appearing on the Realtek display. So I just left it plugged in over the week, and so far it's been fine. But it shares the same USB connection with the camera. So why is the camera working and the microphone not? I don't know. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, it's working. So can't do the bar first, then after Roy. Yeah. Yeah. Go to the bar first and get a bit of liquid. RGJ. No, it's Andy. Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Two Andys so far. So yeah. Nice, nice stream, Brian. Um, I know your dad says maybe you waffle, but you're pretty good at it. So for those Americans and Canadians who don't understand what waffle is, it's just aimless small talk. Let's put it that way. But that's not what Brian does. Brian's always on topic, and it's always enjoyable to see Brian. Tears of laughter. I won't be able to hit the ball if I tank up first. Well, maybe just a small sherry, just to loosen your inhibitions. Anyway, nice to see everybody. What am I running today? Is this DC or DCC? It's DC, because I've not long had these from Alexandra Palace, and I've been running other things. I did test them. I did run in the 4VEP, which you will see coming around this way. So if I swing out of the way, you should see the 14XX with pulling some ETC, English China Clay. And here comes the 4VEP from Hornby. Suitably lit, running very nicely. One of the central power cars is actually the power car. And they've done it right this time, Hornby. It's just trickling around the track. Most of the noise you can hear is from the three English China Clay Quarry CAIB wagons from Hornby. They're pretty old models, and there's something about their wheels which make a hell of a noise on the track. So if you're wondering what that sort of screechy sort of sound is, Flymo Chairman 5x5, thank you, Adam. And nice to see you. Good afternoon. Only 14 likes. Oh, hit the like button. Get 'em, Andy. I've taken that one from Trackside Mike. Yeah, get 'em, Grandpa Rails. Yeah, keep it on the tracks. Funny enough, I haven't seen Mike today, but I know he's been doing night shifts. Is that right, James? So that means his clock is all over the place. And I doubt we'll see Trackside Mike today, but cheers, Trackside Mike. And thanks for your phrases. And of course, I pinch them from Anthony and Artie and Nick. The bar's open. Well, hey, cheers, everybody. Oh, look, Dwight Curley, the man with the gold mine. Yes, it's a gold mine. It's not a coal mine, Dwight. Can't be a coal mine. There's got to be nuggets in that there hill. Ah. Already hit the like button before I sat. Hello. Hello, Trevor. Fast on the mark, quick on the draw. Ray Bertelson. Nice to see you, Ray. Good afternoon, morning. That covers all the bases. Delft Junction Pete. Nice to see you. What am I running today as a refresher for those that have just come in? Just that way. That was the 4VEP from Hornby. It's their latest iteration. On going the other way, that way, is the 14XX from Hatton, which is not available anymore and is rarer than rocking horse poo. Let me show you the box. Here is the box. This is what the box looks like. Here is a box, a musical box, wound up and ready to play. No, where does that come from? Candlewood Green. Right, never mind. The important bit on here is the price tag, which is right there. And that says £85. £85 for a Hatton's 14XX. Yes, I died and went to heaven. I thought, if this thing works and it works well, bargain. £85. Enormous box, small locomotive. That's an advantage, particularly when being sent in the post. Yeah, and a nice box, nicely fitting for a change. As it says on there, 6-pin DCC. So that means there's not a lot of room in there. And I think that was one of the criticisms of the Hatton's DJM Class 14XX, that there wasn't a lot of room in it, and some of the engineering decisions in there are a bit iffy. So, yeah, you've got to get them at the right time. Yes, but when is the right time? There is nobody that says, go, it's there. So, yeah, it's tough. I have an Airfix 14XX and I'm struggling to find traction tyres for it. Okay, you might want to look at Marklin tyres, Brian. They do all kinds of sizes. Get one that's actually of a lower diameter so you can stretch it on. Marklin tyres are the best. They really last and they've got really good grip, and they don't perish. They will eventually, but compared to the Hornby ones and some of the replacements out there on eBay, just go for the Marklin ones. That's the only advice I can give you. The other alternative is a liquid called bullfrog snot, which is a green liquid. I believe it's produced in America. And you literally put the locomotives upside down, get the wheels turning, and then add it on. And it puts like a film of silicon rubber in that gap where the tyre goes. And then dumb question. So the same packaging for the three models, or the 14XX, 48XX and 58XX variations of the same model? Yes, there are variations of the same model. Literally, there was a few detailed differences but effectively the whole machine was the 14XX, and then they would either mark it 1401, 4801, and 5801 variations. They were all variations on the theme. So yeah, uh, same machine, but just different numbering range. So you have three numbering ranges effectively. That's the way I understand it, Anthony. Um, yeah. There's Sean. Hello, Sean. Nice to see you. What's the weather like? You're out over there in Welsh Wales somewhere, aren't you? So it must have got really windy for you, as it probably did for RGJ, rattling those shutters. Thought XXXX was Aussie beer. Yeah, 4X. Oh, pish. Probably Artie would agree with you. I know there are um, Aussie beers that are favoured by the Australians. Foster's, 4X, but Artie will tell you there are some good beers. Only in Queensland mixed because they didn't know how to spell beer. Fab. There's nothing like whacking your own countrymen. Uh, very good, Artie. Valid's 56X. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you. Yes, all is well. 4X gold is a nice drop. Oh, okay. So 4X have actually seen the light, but it's probably more expensive. Anyway, I'll get you down at track level so you can see the booty. Flammo Chairman 1. Cold, it's still blowing a bit gusty here. Yeah, as well as very wet. That's not so good. More of a strongbow dark fruit fan. Oh, okay, cider. Okay. I once got paralytic on scrumpy cider. Very um, there was sediment floating in it, and it was you couldn't actually see through it. It was quite cloudy, and I drank it as I would beer at the time, being I don't know 18, something like that. And I thought, oh, goes down really well. Three of those, I was out on my feet, and my sister and my brother-in-law had an arm under each of my arms, just dragging me out of the place because I was absolutely out of it. Anyway, let's get you down onto the track for a look. Here we go. Up, 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 up. Here comes the 4VEP Kapow in southern colours. Nice bright LEDs. Yeah, Mick, cider makes everybody's legs turn wobbly. I'll just drag you up a little bit. Here comes the 14XX. And once more, here comes the 4VEP. Right, I'm just going to do a quick modification to the camera. So it doesn't seem to want to sit at the right orientation. There goes the 14XX. I'm just going to shove a cotton bud in there, and that should keep you a little more elevated. I'll give you a little bit of distance as well. How's that? Yeah, correct, Andrew. Not prototypical at all. As I explained a little earlier, these are what I gleaned from the Alexandra Palace exhibition. That's the new Hornby 4-Vet, which I would highly recommend. It's expensive, but here comes the 14XX, which is the Hatton's variety, with a dapole bullet and some very noisy Hornby ECC CAIB wagons. Nice to see you, Andrew, and good afternoon. We now have 3 Andys in the chat. Only one Brian, one Anthony. Moneybrook Junction, there's Mark. Hello there. Nice to see you, Mark. And Tim Masley. Good to see you, Tim. We complain about everything. Yeah, well, it's your right to complain. So why not use your right before it gets taken away? I'll give you a little swing round in a minute so you can see the front end of the 4-Vet. As this very noisy triumvirate of wagons comes past. Right, let's swing you around a bit. Something hit the deck. Okay. And here comes the 4 VEP. Now those look nice bright LED. I'll just move that a little closer. Only XX loco I've seen, other than the one going round and round, is the one on Station Road, which gives the guy nightmares. Yeah, it's probably might be the Hornby one. This one is the Hatton's DJM version, and luckily this one works. And it was for the bargain price of £85 at a stall in Alexandra Palace exhibition. Did you say the coaches have lighting? Yes, they do. I don't know how I can photograph it any better. Right, give me a second. I'll take you over by the netting, and you should be able to see a side view as it goes through. Here she comes. I'm not sure if that shows it up too well even. Perhaps if I take you around a little further, that one should be a little more like it. We'll see if that garners a better view of the lights. Bit of light bleed from the back of that light there. That's not such a bad thing. Here comes the 4-Vet. And Stuart the Fish Whisperer. Hello, Stuart. Nice to see you. Hey, Hotdog Day. Yeah, thanks, Pete. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Oh, look, Station Master. Shunter. Drain cleaner. There's one more thing I can try. I can turn out the lights. Give me a second, and I will oblige. Probably a contortionist, though. Here goes the light. Okay. Oh, here we are again in the dark. Now you should see. There's the lighting on the Hornby. The reason POMS is being used here is because it's short for Prisoners of Mother England. Oh, I didn't know that. Prisoners of Mother England. Well, everybody that lives in this country is definitely that. And here it comes once more. No flickering on the lights there at all that I can detect. So I feel that they've done their homework with the lighting. And for me, that looks pretty good. I mean, you had a hard time detecting it when the room is lit, but then when it's dark, it shows up quite well. And it's not completely dark. Still have to wait until the end of the year for one of my wish list items to be available. What's that, Ivo? Roy, the camera you're looking through now has got an internal microphone. It's connected to the computer via one USB cable. The computer was just not recognizing that it had a microphone at all. Wasn't seeing it one bit. So after the live stream, I tried everything. I tried uninstalling it, installing it, updating drivers, going into all different parts of the computer. And I finally got it to work. I'm not sure what I did, but once it's working, I tended to leave it well alone. So there was obviously something in there that it didn't like. It was almost like I'd upgraded to Windows 11, and Windows 11 is very selective about what software it wants to use in it. Dave, Swindon Junction is in 30 minutes, folks. Right, is everybody happy with the way this is looking, or would they like the lights back on, or how shall I play it? Let's put it to the people. I've only got one silver bullet. This one was an additional one, Pete. I couldn't pass it up because it's got English China clay on the side of it, and not all of them these days have. Interesting. We'll look at that, Andy, and a better contact system on the pony wheels too. Yeah. Difficult. The only people that really got the 14XX right was Dapol when they took it over from Airfix or Mainline or whoever held the tooling. Dapol did a really good job of it, and then Hornby undone all of the good things they've done with it. It's a Mainline Airfix. Yeah. So it's got the Airfix motor in it, but I know that the pickups, particularly on the Dapol ones, had little bits of polythene behind them to stop them shorting out. I'm not sure if the Airfix one has, because I never did have one of those. New Durham Junction. Hello, Craig. Nice to see you. That's the new Hornby 4-Vet. Showing off its lighting. And coming the other way is the 14XX from Hatton's, which are a bit rare these days, which I got for the bargain price of £85 at Alexandra Palace exhibition. So you can go to the big exhibitions and still find a bargain. Wi-Fi okay now? Did New Durham Junction have a problem with its Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi? Trend show target for this year is trying to get a hold of KKSTB freight cars. Okay, Ivo. Not something that we can really look out for. Did you see the message in chat, Brian? I'm not sure I saw it, Pete. It's working in a fashion. Ah, okay. It seems that there's lots and lots of flaky software and camera problems out there. I know Anthony's obviously been having trouble with OBS, keeps crashing. Um, I believe High had problems with a camera on his live stream. Looks like the problems with OBS are on me, according to our internet provider. Our modem is glitching. Oh, okay. But even then, it's yet another tech problem. And YouTube seems to be full of it at the moment. And it's not just the model railway channels, there are others suffering too. Hello. Sounds like a typical help desk reaction. Never say something that requires sending an engineer to site. Yeah, I concur, Ivo. It's supposed to get 10 megabits per second, but it keeps running at 5 to 6. My broadcast needs a minimum of 7 for normal 1080p streams. That sounds about right, actually. Yeah. Considering what you're usually running at, Anthony. Yeah, forgive me about those quarry wagons. They are really, really noisy. The wheels are actually rotating, though. I did check on that first. Typical, the laptop's doing updates before the live stream. Yeah, I understand that, Dave. That's also something that seems to be very prevalent. Just as people are about to go on their live stream, Windows will suddenly decide to do an update. And some of those updates create absolute merry hell. Yeah, I will, Craig. Yeah, probably some thicker than usual stuff. But I think there's something in the flanges that makes them. I don't know. I'll check the gauges of the wheels as well. But they're pretty old Hornby wagons with set D couplings, the big Ds, in plastic. Andy, what chemical do you use to clean your locos? Okay. Um, where was that? That's Pete. For the body work, I don't use any chemicals, Pete. A wet wipe, like a baby wipe, will do sufficiently for body work. When it comes to wheels, if that's what you're asking about, let's see. Uh, that isopropyl alcohol, a nice big bottle, uh, and some cotton buds. The only thing with cotton buds, they're very hairy, and they tend to leave hairs behind. So get yourself a strong magnifying glass and pick out any bits of hair left behind by the cotton buds. I'm very lucky getting 920 myself download and about the same upload. Blimey, that is good, Colin. Yeah, good old isopropyl alcohol. Um, the stronger you can get it, the better. But just be careful because it is flammable. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, you mean one of these? Yes, for dusting, one of these, a blusher brush, a lady's blusher brush. And yeah, that will take on any dust off without taking off your detail. Um, for any areas that don't require such precision, I usually tend to use a little bit of a coarser brush. Um, and if it's really minging on the wheels, there's a soft bristle toothbrush, and pipe cleaners, very, very good pipe cleaners. Digger Evans, I've got a month's free membership to Boxcar Jerry Members Club. Oh, that's fine, super. Thanks for telling me that, Digger. I will enjoy that. Just ordered some methylated spirits. Was using IPA. Meths is okay. Used to clean the track with meths years ago. But the thing is with methylated spirit, it does tend to leave a bit of a residue behind. So, yeah. But if you can't get hold of IPA, meths is pretty good. Again, it's highly flammable, so do watch it. For anyone interested in Dutch trains, Acme is planning to do the new Benelux train. Interesting. Right, let's see if I can give you a look going the other way. Give me a moment. Oh dear. All right. How about that? Nice and bright. Right, that should do it. How's that? IPA, Amazon said it cheap. Yeah, they do. See, get as high a percentage as you can. Here comes the noisy 14XX. Perfect. Right, now I did clean the station yesterday, so you should be able to see if I swing around a bit. If we look exactly that way, then you should be able to see the lights a whole lot better as the Corvette comes past. And there's Tammy and Ray. Hello, Tammy and Ray. I think that's very well lit, actually. There's yet another view pointing towards the station with a 14XX coming around. And you can see there one of my shunting signals. I'll pop that over there. Just about there. I'm a bit of a stretch at the moment. But those are the shunting signals. I'll flick one of those in a minute and you can see the results. Try this. Oh, not that one. Try that one. There you go. Shunting signals. Oh, hang on. My finger's on it. That's better. There we go. The lead's right at its full stretch at the moment. So if I pop it there, you should see there's a 14XX. No, and there goes the Corvette. And as you can see, the station is nice and clean. I managed to get some seated passengers over there. So that's what it looks like with all the cobwebs taken away. Right, let's drag you over to the other side. Back down there, the oh, that shows up the full vet very nicely. And here comes the 14XX. I'll just go in a little closer on that one. Here we go. Well, all right. How's that? Right, let's drag you back onto the other side. Seems to be running quite well. There we go. Well, all right. Yeah, I suppose with more cameras, I could flick between camera shots, but is that Corvette still a classic pancake drive, or does it have a proper chassis with carding units? It's driven by one bogie, Ivo. So, no traction tyres. The coach that it's in is quite a heavy unit, so they obviously looked at the engineering a bit more than they usually do. But it doesn't have carbon shafts. It's just a single bogie unit, obviously picking up power from both bogies. But that's the way they decided to do it. And as you can see, there's ample enough power to push the whole train along. Nice and quiet. Yeah, I like it. Where did I get my ground signals from? They are. What are they? Actually, Brian, I've got a little separate video somewhere which I'll put up. Just before I installed them, I went into some detail, so I'll get that one up today. But I got a feeling they were train tech. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they're train tech. Let's see what they're called. Like an idiot, I've chucked some of the paperwork away. I'm looking for it. Nope, can't find it at the moment. Yes, I'll put it up. They're about £16 or £18 each, just for the bog standard DC ones. I think if you're looking for DCC in it in any way, it takes it up to 40 odd pounds. But I think they're just about £16 each. I think that's what I paid anyway. Do 6 cameras with SHA i5 A7 handles it easier, allows even more cameras, right? Let's torture this old Vivo book. Oh, signal cabin, hello there. And try a 2-camera live stream. Yes, I know there's a box that Heath uses to corral all of his cameras onto one box, and then he just clicks buttons to go between them. I rather like the look of that unit. I know it's about 300 odd quid, but it will allow you to do that away from the live stream. So all of that cleverness is done in one box, and then it just presents you one cable straight to the computer, and all of the clever stuff is done in that one box. Getting back to cleaning the no-codes or any other rolling stock, IPI at full strength will strip acrylic paint which I've demonstrated, I simply use white spirit to degrease the chassis and motion. Well, if that's going to be a problem, Andrew, now where's it gone? Here it is. The other stuff you can use is this. Now, I'll just turn that around. Service Hole Super 10, which is a switch cleaning lubricant. Not sure what it's got in it, but yeah, pretty good. Service Hole Super 10. It's not quite as effective as the IPA, but you've got to rub really hard to get acrylic paint off with that. If you just blow on it, it will dry out. If you rub it, yeah, it will come off. Yeah, Stream Deck. Yeah, a multiplexer. Yes, I've seen various of those, and they look pretty good actually. Right, let me see if I can get the light back on. Hey, there we go. How's that? There is a switch to turn Microsoft updates off in Windows 10. It still allows window updates through. In 10 anyway. Yeah, I'm not so sure about 11. 11 looks very dodgy. Oh, I've got a bee in here. Well, it's that time of year, I suppose. The livestock is at large. As you can see, the Hornby VEP is running quite nicely. Touch wood. And I've just noticed that one of my lights is not turning the alternate colours. It is stuck on red. So that will need a little bit of investigation after we finish. Don't know what I'll use on the next PC, but it won't be Windows 11. Yeah, unless they come up with some obvious fixes for Windows 11. Using a huge makeup brush and a smaller one for small corners manages most of the dust on models. Yeah, that's absolutely right, Ivo. Yeah, I don't care what I use as long as it's effective. And I don't care where the idea comes from. It could be a 4-year-old child who says, I use this. And I thought, yeah, what a great idea. I'll use that. Colin's been on Windows 11 for nearly a year and had no problem. Well, that's good. Oh, okay, there's two. So there's two with Windows 11 that haven't had any problems. That's good. What do I use to control signals on your layouts? Okay, there's a set of boards underneath the layout, Thomas. One for each signal, and they're like sequencers, and they're all connected. All of the 4 signals on each track are connected to each other, so the aspect changes as it moves around the layout, and it's completely autonomous. There are obviously there's infrared under the track. This one here is a mass sequencer, and the others are just ERDOT type, or ERDASC, I think they call it. and they're literally working just on infrared and the information from the next signal. You can find all of that information on the website, which is heathcoatelectronics.co.uk, I believe. Yes, it's still windy out there. I can hear things moving around. Just as you get used to Windows 11, they'll bring out another update. Yeah, very true. I think they call it built-in obsolescence. And there's lots of that in the industry as well. And I believe we've got Heath in. Hello, Heath. Nice to see you. Morning all, heading out the door, but wanted to pop in and say hello. That's very kind of you, Heath. And have a great day. Two Windows 11 laptops in my train room, one for JMRI and one for streaming. I've had no problems with Windows 11. That's good, Thomas. So it's nice to see somebody who's actually got a good word to say about Windows 11, which is, of course, their latest and prevalent update. I have one window in my train room. Thanks, Brian. Well, that 14XX, touch wood, seems to be running faultlessly. Let me just move the camera up ever so slightly. Yeah, there's one recalcitrant signal which is refusing to go any other color but red. So I rather think there's probably something in the electronic eye. So when we finished, I'll pull out the Hoover, and there's probably a little bit of ballast in there or something like that. And for those that haven't seen this before, I've used Woodland Scenic's track bed on this, and as you can see, it's spongy. And I use Copydex latex glue to glue down the track to the foam underlay, and then very carefully with the syringe I went between each of the sleepers and along the outside, and then just sprinkled on the ballast, left it overnight, used a little tiny micro hoover to hoover up all of the remnants, and this is what I'm left with. It's a system that worked for me. It's very time consuming, but yeah, it's all still there, and when it gets hot, the rails can expand, and it's just the way I happen to do it, and I tended to stick with it, so everything didn't really get too hard, and it allows everything to move. So that was the way I did it. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. It just seemed to work at the time, and it's been here for 3 or 4 years now, and it's got legs. So yeah, I'm glad about that. I wouldn't know what to do with a PC. Well, you must be using one, Brian. Very nice too. I think with Windows 11, you basically need to get a completely new machine to get it working. Right. Yes, that's same story as with Vista in the past. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Right, let's grab the camera and pop you back on top. Right there. And is my microphone still working? Yes, it is. Yes, I'm glad the microphone situation is now in the past, hopefully. Touch wood. Rain stopped, sun's out. Oh, spoke too soon. Yeah, highly changeable is our weather. Never had problems with Vista, but that machine was brand new. Yeah, I think that tends to be the case. Only that major Vista machine go to a crawl. Hmm. Last computer I had was Windows 7. Oh yeah, so you're probably using um, like a fancy phone, handy, as they say in mine are handy in Germany. Um, cotton bud, yeah. That's the only disappointing things with cotton buds is the amount of little hairs that they leave behind or have a tendency to, particularly when you're um, scraping out something like thick grease. Um, yeah, you just gotta grab a pair of needle nose tweezers and just go after the little hairs that it leaves behind. Anyway, I'm going to Dave Swindon Junction. Oh, Dave's using Windows 10 for the Railmaster software and a Chromebook to do the stream. Okay, that's well. There's lots of variations just in this one live stream, so yeah, that's a good thing. People are using different things. Using Windows 10 for the Railmaster, so yeah, that's it. Still waiting for a special lead to see if I can use my new microphone with my standard Sony Xperia video software. Okay, I'll be interested in see or hear how that goes. So yeah, pop up a video and truth that was really funny about the sound. Obviously, I was having sound issues, and I mentioned it just carrying on a conversation. But somebody said, "Oh well, you know, if I can't hear anything, what's the point of watching the video?" It was okay. You just had to turn everything up to max. With my cans on, I could hear you perfectly. So that was just a bit of hot air on on the punter's behalf, I think. But never mind. All in the past. Um, okay, Pete. Thanks for coming in. Thank everybody for coming in. It's always a pleasure to have you here on a Sunday, sharing a few trains and some chat. Um, yeah, the weather could be better, but things are starting to pick up. But yeah, it'd be nice to have the door open and a bit of fresh air in. So there you go. Thanks everybody for coming in. A great pleasure it is to have you here and to share this with you. And I will catch you all in the streams. Dave's up next. Connie's up later. I shall see you all in the streams, and if not, I'll do my best for next Sunday. Everybody stay safe. I'll wish you Auf Wiedersehen, Tschüss, and happy trains. And take it easy, everybody. Adios.